In George A. Romero's Land of the Dead, the apocalypse has already happened. The dead have risen, civilization has crumbled, and yet, some things never change. In what was once Pittsburgh, the rich now live in a glittering tower, Fiddler's Green, walled off from the chaos, clinging to boardrooms and bank vaults as if the world hasn't already ended. Below, the poor scrape by, surviving on scraps and risking their lives to keep the illusion alive for the upper classes. Kaufman, a corporate tyrant with delusions of control, runs this last bastion of humanity like a business. Supply teams, like Riley Denbo's, venture into the wasteland, not for survival, but for luxury, fetching wine, cigars, and things that no longer matter. And outside the walls, the dead wait. But they are no longer mindless. They remember. They learn, they organize, under the leadership of one Big Daddy. The dead begin to march, not just for food, but for something more. Romero's zombies have always been more than monsters. In Dawn of the Dead, they were consumers drawn to the mall. In Day of the Dead, they learn to salute and shoot. In Land of the Dead, they rise as revolutionaries. Big Daddy is no villain. He is, in many ways, no different from the human survivors. He mourns, he leads, and ultimately he fights back, not just against the living, but against a system that exploits both the living and the dead. Romero plays a cruel trick on his characters. He makes them believe they're fighting for power, for status, or survival, but they're only prolonging a fantasy. Kaufman's empire trades in the currency of denial, a world built on canned food, old money, and empty promises. When the undead finally breach the walls, they do more than kill. They collapse the illusion. The fireworks no longer distract. The barriers no longer hold. The social order Kaufman built, of wealth above worth, of comfort above compassion, crumbles. And in that destruction, something new emerges. Not peace, not utopia, but understanding. Recognition. That even the dead deserve dignity. That maybe they were never the true enemy. In the end, Riley doesn't fight the zombies. He lets them go. Because in a world that's already died, maybe it's time for something else to rise. Land of the Dead isn't just a zombie movie. It's a warning, a reflection, a revolution. It's about what happens when the privileged ignore the decay around them, and how even the dead won't stay silent forever.